So yesterday we talked about two pizzas. The Joseph Goddard method's going to show up today. Because this is really important. I really get that most people, they live lives of eternal somedays. Especially with the loogie going on. By the way, those who don't know what the loogie is, it's that COVID thing. Everyone's so freaking serious about it. And I want you to write something down. Do it now. Serious equals someday. When someone's serious about money, they're feeling someday they'll get what they want, the lottery wins, so that for the rest of their lives they'll be okay. And I'm just going to tell you that's madness. You came here to have fun. Look at little children. They move, they bounce, they have high energy, they have clean skin, bright eyes, they have fun. They intuitively know what's right, what's wrong. They don't need big law books telling them thou shalt not. They just know. They just play. They just give. They just share until we tell them, be afraid of strangers. Protect your stuff. Don't take their stuff. Don't take their stuff. See, it's not that words have power, but it's that they sense something. I want you to start sensing more. I want you to start feeling more, not feeling less. We talked about two pizzas yesterday. If you missed that episode, go listen to the Tale of Two Pizzas, because that's really good. Because here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to ever settle for the swamp. Today's day one of Triple D for the current group. We do a couple of these a year. But today's day one. And one of the things that we're going to get into rapidly over the next couple of days is what I call the swamp. And the swamp is when you just want everything to be calm and still and nice and sweet and calm and still and nice and sweet. And then something comes out of the blue. We'll call it a spike. Boom! And it upsets you. It rattles. It rocks your world. Because you just want it to be calm and still and silent and sweet. You see, you are the silence. So many people skip that part. Probably because they're learning from someone who doesn't get it. You are the silence. You are the stillness. If you weren't silent, you couldn't hear my voice. If you weren't still, you couldn't notice motion. You were the silence. You are the stillness that all that moves happens within. When you start noticing that and noticing from that, your entire experience of life changes. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to do the Joseph Goddard method every day, exactly like I say. Before I get out of bed, I imagine 5 to 10, 6 to 12, half a dozen to a dozen specific events of my day already having gone my way. And this is good because Sandra in the group said something like she doesn't have much going on. You know, the COVID and all that stuff, you know, that's a common one. And I say, you still have coffee? Imagine it amazing. You still have lunch? Oh my God, that was delicious. See, start with the things you already have going on. Some people, they go to bed at night worried about what happened, well, what will happen, and, well, worked up about what. See, if you're going to go to bed tonight, before you get out of bed in the morning, imagine being fulfilled. See, a specific event of my day is going back to bed tonight. I imagine going to bed before I get up in the morning, 4:30. Before I get up, I've already imagined going to bed happy, satisfied, looking forward to tomorrow. Before I get out of bed, I nail, that was a crushing it podcast. I can't wait for your emails. See, that's an imaginable act. A lot of people don't get it. They don't get that you can anticipate something. You see, if it were already true that I am a loving teacher who gets great response, someone who makes great money while doing what he loves, I couldn't anticipate, oh my God, they just signed up for Remarkable. Oh, look at this. Cool. 3 new people for Manifesting Mastery course this morning. Oh. You see, you're going to do those things. See, Neville says to imagine what implies your wish has already been fulfilled. See, imagining being a happy, loving husband, I can anticipate buying Victoria flowers today. See, that can be an imaginal act, because if I wasn't happily married, I wouldn't be anticipating buying her flowers today. You get the gold, you get to play with this stuff. And here's the thing, remember, serious equals slow. Serious equals someday. But on the other hand, if you can imagine up some silly, when the mailman comes, I imagine all sorts of silly things. I imagine magnets in the mail. I imagine money. I imagine all sorts of fun stuff. One day they actually brought me a magnet. It was like an envelope. They call it lumpy mail in marketing. And inside was an ink pen and a magnet from some local chimney sweep. And I thought, that's nice. I'll put that on the fridge. I'll use it to hold something. The magnet, that is. The ink pen, it worked for a couple days and I threw it out. Then I did my usual grumble. Stuff like that should be outlawed. Right? It's garbage. Think about it this way. If they didn't make cheap ink pens, we wouldn't have to put them in landfills. And most people, they treat their entire existence like a landfill. Before I get out of bed, before you get out of bed, you're imagining something. Is it just, fluffy shit going into a landfill? Is it useless ink pens going into a landfill? You're imagining something. And I want you to take that time and imagine up some specific events that you will encounter, experience, explore throughout your day, already having gone your way. I can guarantee you will have done 6 to 10, 5 to 12, half a dozen to a dozen things today. Maybe before you get out of bed today, you imagine going to sleep tonight fully satisfied, eagerly looking forward to tomorrow. Maybe before you get out of bed today, you imagine doing your Manifesting Mastery Course.com lesson, having had gotten gold from the last one, knowing that you'll get gold from this one. Maybe before you get out of bed today, you imagine, you know what? I'm going to post today, again, something wonderful. See, what if you imagine posting your wins today in the Law of Attraction by Neville Goddard group? What if you did that? Wouldn't that imply something? Pretty cool, isn't it? But meanwhile, if you got gold today, go back and listen to The Tale of Two Pizzas. That fits in very nicely with this. It's the episode right before this one. And if you got gold today, we've got a couple things for you. We've got a little gift course, right? For those who like gifts, we love giving. That's at easymanifesting.com. If you go there and sign up for it, it's 7 days of really cool little videos and special assignments. They're short. It takes a few minutes. I'm a big fan of a few minutes. I'm a big fan of small investments with massive upsides. Right? Think about it. If you write a book and it takes you 7 hours to write a 35-page ebook and you sell it for $3 and you keep 2 of those because you sell it on Kindle, you sell a couple thousand of those. Right, you get paid good money for 7 hours, forever. Sort of like imagining every day, specific events of your day already having gone your way. But meanwhile, that's easymanifesting.com. Go there, do those tiny little lessons, right? You'll get the daily email. It's free. I hate the word free, because there's so much free stuff out there. I'd rather you consider that our gift to you. Next, if you want to do something massive, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. It costs a whopping $1 a day. By the way, don't give it to people. I had a guy tell me he really liked it. His friend gave it to him. It's $1 a day. Right? You got to put skin in the game. Right? In all seriousness. Yeah, I love that it gives to people. But here's the thing, guys. Do you really use something until you have skin in the game? Now watch this. This isn't just about ManifestingMasteryCourse.com or money. This is about you. Because until you invest those moments of your morning before you get out of bed doing the Joseph Goddard, you don't have skin in the game. I put skin in the game every day. Specific events of my day. Lunch, bedtime, coffee, Victoria, puppies, and some business stuff too. Go play. And if you got gold, again, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. It's $1 a day. It takes about 15 minutes. You notice I'm into killing excuses. I'm also into commitment. Because if you don't have commitment and you do have excuses, God, you'd be shocked the emails I get from people. And I just tell them, look, it's time to soar. ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. All right. And for the shares, those who share the show, those who share their lives with us, you know what I'm going to say. Most MM members, they share their lives with us every 7 days because we ask you to. See, that's a big part of the course, right? For those who invest in it. And yeah, I'm taking a little swipe, guys. Because here's the thing. You may get something by doing it on your own. Hey, my buddy gave it to me. Good on you. Glad you got benefit out of it. Imagine what you would have got out of it if you put skin in the game and you sent me weekly updates. Then we could have a relationship. You got it? Then you could have course corrections, celebrating your wins, tiny little tweaks to amp them up. See, that all comes with the course. And finally, for those who share the show, those who share their lives with us, I greatly appreciate that. Because here's the deal. We share, you share, people get blessed. Somebody shared something for you to get blessed today. Now go play. Joseph Goddard. See ya.